Savvy Geekz podcast is a podcast where geeks link up to talk about sneaker releases, music, business tips, and more. Hey, it's your girl Chynarae, the host of the Savvy Geekz podcast. I should be asking, do you remember me? Yeah, it's been a minute since we dropped the podcast episode because life has really been lifing. So let's talk about it. So I'm the type of person where my misery do not like company. And by that I mean when I'm going through something, when things are bothering me, when life is kind of heavy, I tend to shut myself out from the world and kind of just stay to myself. So I also want to say with my misery not liking company, I'm also a perfectionist. I'm going to say used to be a perfectionist. I'm no longer that anymore. And that's what took me so long to produce a podcast episode is because I wanted to be perfect. But I had to realize that I'm not perfect. I'm not God and I'm only human. And so with that being said, you're going to get a podcast where I'm going to make mistakes. I may stumble over my words. I may stutter, things of that nature. But the purpose of it, this podcast, is to let people know that you are not alone and you're not going through it by yourself. And if I could just get to one person to understand that or to feel me on that, then I'm cool with it. I'm going to summarize my life events as life has been lifing. I don't like to put my business out there on Front Street like that, but life has really been lifing. Outside of life lifing, I have been mourning the person I used to be to become the person that I need to be. Yeah, bars. Let me say that to you one more time. I have been mourning the person I used to be to become the person that I need to be. By mourning the person I used to be, I mean mourning being a people pleaser, mourning caring about how people thought about me, mourning being one to be part of that in crowd, you know. There's mourning I'm in my 30s now, so I'm going to say mourning the young me, the immature me, the didn't know no better me. You know what I'm saying? And that comes to me, it comes with growing pains. You know, you're mourning old friendships, relationships, decisions that were made, decisions that wasn't made. It just comes with, for me, like I said, when my misery don't like company, I go inside my head and I'm my own worst enemy. That's the best way to put it. I beat myself up, so I'm inside my head. So while life was lifing, I was mourning that I'm not in that place no more. I'm not that person no more. And to help me get myself out and to come out on the other side is being blessed to say, I no longer care about being a people person. I no longer care about what people think about me. All I will care about is becoming a Proverb 31 woman, standing on righteousness and taking care of my family. That's it. That's all. And anything else, to me, it just don't matter. I speak with such confidence now because I'm on the other side, but there was a point to where I couldn't even log into Facebook and look at my Facebook memories. I don't know people that out there that do get on Facebook. There's a memories tab where you can look and see all the things that you posted on that day, how many so years ago. And for me, looking at that was bringing back so many memories, good memories, bad memories, and different memories. It was just too much. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely just want to say that, like, now I am on the other side. It was not always like this. It was a process. I'm going to share what helped me get to the other side in hopes that it will help you. First thing first was keeping God first and trusting God. And trusting God within itself, I just read this quote, and I'm going to share it with you. Trusting God is not for the weak. Big facts. You have to be able to still keep it together when everything around you is falling apart. You have to be willing to stand in the pain and still say, Lord, I trust you with tears run down your face. You got to see it even when you don't see it. And that's nothing but facts, like serenity prayer, therapy, understanding growth, and realizing life is a process that helped me get to the other side. Hey, so I'm going to recite the serenity prayer for those who are not familiar with it. And it reads as follows. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. I'm so rude, y'all. We got a special guest in the building. I didn't give her a chance to introduce her.
Hey, y'all.
It's my best friend, Chynarae.
What's up? What's up?
And we talk about mourning the person that we used to become the person that we need to be. And I just want to know how that quote resonate with you.
Oh man, so with that being said, I think that resonates with me throughout my whole life. Like, I've always been trying to become a better person or trying to break certain habits. I've always had a dream of where I need to be in life, and I'm always trying to catch up to that. So I feel like I've always been constantly mourning and shedding away old things to become a new person. So one of the questions I did wanted to, or the topic that I did want to double back on is that transparency that you were talking about. That is one of the things that I've struggled with all my life, and that's one of the things that, is big for me, because I feel like that makes you so much more relatable. Like, just from you sharing that little bit of, what you're going through, and, just looking back on memories in the past, like that transparency just, it just makes you more relatable, number one. And then, number two, I feel like it's healing to actually talk about it.
Definitely. It's definitely, for people don't know, is that the podcast for me is healing for myself. It's therapy for myself. So that's exactly what it is. And I want to be very transparent because I want to be real. I don't want to make it seem like it's all glitz and glamour and I'm always happy all the time. Now, don't get me wrong, my soul is always happy. I'm always grateful, but sometimes am I sad? Sometimes I'm upset. Sometimes I think about things in the past that I could have done better, and it makes me feel away. Yes, but I just learned to not really just beat myself up about it. And being honest and transparent helps me heal through the process. It's being honest with myself, even though the truth hurts. And if you can't be honest with yourself, who can you be honest with,
That is so true. That's a real big thing that I've been dealing with lately throughout this year, is just being authentic, being honest, and being transparent. And I won't even post online. Even not that posting is such a big deal if you post or not, but sometimes I have a lot to say, but I feel like embarrassed, or everybody should know my business, like you said, because I've just never been that type of person to put my business out there. But sometimes you never know how that could help the next person, because that little bit of transparency that you just said actually, fueled me to actually, want to share more.
Right, and it's
not
also
be so, judgmental towards yourself.
Right, and it's also too, you never know, offline, me and Chynarae had conversations, but I did not know that she was going to do the same thing also. So to have those conversations with people, again, what I want to reiterate is, you're not alone. And that'd be the biggest thing, because a lot of people, for me, I'm going to speak for myself, I felt alone, but then I had to realize, I made myself I isolated myself. Yeah. So I have to take that and have to be transparent. Girl, you're alone, you by yourself, because you make yourself become unavailable and things of that nature. So it is all part of the healing process. And the healing process, to me, is a very beautiful journey.
It is. It's beautifully ugly.
It's all of that.
All of that. It's all of the above.
It's definitely, because you definitely have. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. You find the beauty in all of the ugliness. Once you, like you said, being on the other side, that's when you see that, oh man, it felt so ugly, but it was really a beautiful journey.
Definitely. So in my opinion, I feel like in order to heal the little person inside of you, I feel like you need to go to therapy. And I say that because I don't think a person should be 20, 30, 40, 50 years old saying, well, this happened in my childhood. My mama did this, my daddy did this, uncle did this. I feel like at some point in your life, you have to take accountability of the cards that you were dealt and learn how to deal with them. And I feel like that's what therapy is for.
So with therapy, I feel like it's very, very, very important to find the right therapist for you, because there's a lot of social media and things and life coaches out there that are going around, and you just have to find someone that's tailored to the things that you need and things that you went throughout your life. And someone who realizes what level of healing that you are on, because some of us are just starting and never thought of healing until today, and some of us have been on this journey for a while. So it's important to find a therapist who understands where you are and what you need. And that should be a topic covered up front. But outside of that, I do think therapy is so important. Like, it's so important to get outside of your own mind and hear your thoughts through someone else's, lens. Because sometimes it's easier to see outside of yourself, more than, looking inside of yourself.
Y'all know Savvy Geeks Podcast is a podcast where we talk about sneaker releases. And today, those Air Jordan 4s, red cement, check them out, Chynarae, check them out. You see them? Cop or not?
Definitely a cop. I feel like those are good shoes for females, like, especially my type, because I'm like, kind of like a dainty, classy type, so even though sneakers doesn't fit that category, if I were to wear sneakers, which I do, I actually have quite a few sneakers, and those would definitely be top of the list.
Throw those in the collection. They give me a little flea market like classic vibe, but like they just give me like the quality. I feel like as far as the quality, I feel like Nike asked us on the quality. That's what I feel like. But if it was like back in the day type shoe.
Back in the day, so if you saw me wearing those with some jeans and a white t-shirt, probably with a red Jordan logo on my shirt.
I'm saying that
you would be like, damn, look like they kind of look like some sexy red shoes.
The shoe is cute. Don't get me wrong. The shoe is cute. I just feel like Nike and Jordan kind of slept on us as far as giving us the best quality that we can get. Are you familiar with the Panda Dunks?
Nah. Maybe if I see them.
I'm gonna pull them up. The reason I say that though, because my husband bought me a pair of the Panda Dunks, and girl, them shoes felt like cardboard box at the bottom of my feet.
Do you have these right here?
No, I don't. These are the Panda Dunks.
Oh yeah. I know.
Now the shoe, cute as hell, right?
They are very cute.
Uncomfortable as hell in your feet.
Really?
It felt like a cardboard box. It was so uncomfortable. So that's what I'm saying. These shoes are
not Nike.
These shoes are cute, but I just feel like they're not gonna be comfortable.
They're real cute. They do look like they might be hard, but
I cop though. Yeah. I cop because I like fours.
The back. I like the back a lot.
Yeah, and red's my favorite color, so
okay.
I'll definitely cop. But you said what was your outfit you have?
Just a white t-shirt and my white tee, and probably with some type of red in it, maybe.
Gotcha.
Just a small, not too much though.
I feel you.
And a red bag.
Okay, you throwing the bag in there too. Mm-hmm. For some reason, I feel like I want to do black and red socks with these shoes. If I did wear these shoes, some black and red socks
and jeans. I wear jeans. You can
wear shorts I think too. I would want to do shorts though. I would want to do shorts.
You can do shorts with them.
Shorts, and they give me a custom Savvy Geeks. Hit heavy on the custom Savvy Geeks.
You need to get a shirt for every shoe you sell.
That was the goal at one point in time. But you want to know what the problem is? Nobody out here buying no shoes.
Man, I'm buy some shoes. I just got my bag back.
So visit SavvyGeeks.com. Go to our Instagram, Savvy Geeks LLC.
I just put the outfit together.
Patronize with your girl. Like, I need customers. I like customers. I'll be nice to you. I got great customer service.
She do though.
A1 customer service. The customer's always right over here on this side of the street.
She always look out, especially if you're a loyal customer.
I just feel like it's only right. It's only right.
All right, so with the topics that we discussed today, the song of choice that I chose would be Lens Check. It's a great song by Toni Jones. She's an affirmation music artist. I swear by her. I'm telling you, she is life-changing. No lies. So tune in.
Let's check 1. Let's check 2. Let's check 3. Check 1, my legs look right, check 2, my legs look right, check 3. I'ma see through you, I'ma see through me. Trinity eyes, 1 and 2 and 3. Let me see my eyes, let me see my life. check 3. Let my boy ride the beat. From my head to my feet. I ain't just gonna see you. I'ma see through you. Cause the first see me. Let's check, let's check, let's check. Yeah. Let's check, let's check, let's check. Yeah. Let's check, let's check, let's check. Yeah. Yeah. I clear the fog of how my learned self wants me to see the world. I'll call back all the pieces of my heart I gave irresponsibly. All the sweet nectar of my sincerity. I'll call you back home. I command you. I need you to restore the way I see through my heart again. I vow to take my own advice. I'll open myself to legit perspective. I am offering the sacrifice. The part of me that wants to judge, blame, speculate, villainize, call out behavior. Who is fake and who is a hater? I'm willing to lose the me versus them for the higher us. Love. I am always living the experience that fits what I need to learn and unlearn. I do not have a trademark on truth. I know there's more to my own perspective. I won't flirt with my own self-righteousness. Triggers are my teachers, not my tormentors. I accept the truth that there's a difference between those who love me and those who have the skill sets to love me. I let go of managing people's perception of me, especially people I'm close to. I'm so grateful for the soul connections that I didn't have to re-examine. Thank God. I am aware of my ego and the stories it creates. I surround myself with others who do the same. I am the villain and the heroine. The verses is a violent lie. I lay this verse down in my soul. I lay the sacrifice of the separate self down. I won't be impressed by my individuality, but I melt and see myself in the us, in existence, in nature. I prepare and open my mind for the next level of intuition to see myself, to check my lens. Let's check, let's check, let's check, yeah. Let's check, let's check, let's check, yeah. Let's check, let's check, let's check, yeah. My laser right check 1, my laser right check 2, my laser right check 3. I'ma see through you, I'ma see through me. Trinity eyes, 1 and 2 and 3. Forgiveness is the path, and I surrender to the power of that path, dismantling my structures of my perceived knowing about a thing. I systematically know to lay aside any conclusions I have reached about others and their motivations for their actions. I know my instinct has been shaped to attribute negative intentions to the behaviors of others when they do something that hurts, but I know to bring that into the court of divine assessment. To let's check, I'll open this side of my heart to look at my judgments, evaluations, and catalog scenarios about others, myself, and the world. And with a willing mind, I relinquish the permission. I give to myself to entertain any thoughts, ideas, judgments, feelings ever again. I refuse to be a bitter Bertha or Becky. I know and own the truth that its surgery is in self-awareness. I am seeing how freely I am, no matter who I come across again from my past. My nervous system situation has been recalibrated with love. I like who I am in the presence of all persons. No matter the experience I had with them, I'm 10 toes down, rooted and grounded in the assurance of soulful flavor and brilliant vision of who I choose to be in all situations. I stand in gratitude that I don't avoid accountability. As forgiveness increases, self-awareness increases. The more I forgive, the more I see me so I can see you. I am gracefully reflective of myself to keep my lens in check. And I said what I said, now and forever. Lens right check 1, lens right check 2, lens right check 3. I'ma see through you, I'ma see through me. Trinity eyes, 1 and 2 and 3. Hey, yeah, yeah. Let me see my eyes, let me see my lies. Beat feels so right, I'ma swing my thighs. Hey, hey, hey. Let's check, let's check, let's check, let's check.
Y'all, Moose is in the building.
Yep, I'm back from the dead. So all I'm gonna say is, business tip of the day is standing on your square. Meaning, if you, just like you said, if you is going to sell something and somebody's trying to lowball you, shit, don't let them lowball you. Never let what you need to outgrow what you selling. So meaning, just because you broke, don't mean you're gonna sell that shit for $100 when you can sell it for $500. Right. So you know what I mean. Don't be the fool. You know what I mean. Like they say, don't let nobody trick you out your spot. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, that's how they're gonna trick you out your spot. They're gonna go ahead and be like, oh, that person need the money. Mm-hmm. So let me just give them a little bit of change, and then they turn around and sell it for $1,000. Yeah. So stand on your square. Your word is law, and paper is too. Amen.
Facts. Great.
You see Musa standing on his point, allergies and all. Friend, I want to thank you for spending this Saturday with me. It was definitely a vibe. I just want to paint.
My pleasure.
I want to paint the picture for y'all. So we had fried chicken.
Yes.
We had that good old wine. Great conversation. So it was a whole vibe up in here. So
hospitality at its best.
Well, I try. But I thank you, and I thank y'all for tuning in and be on the lookout for the next episode.